Hey, what's up, folks? Man, it's HHRS Radio Show. We're live late.
I told you we'd be at Big Gates.
But we in that thing.
we at Scotty's
Brewhouse.
Yeah, and we're on the campus. We're on the great campus of Butler University.
I wouldn't call it great, but we here.
Anyway, man, it's the campus.
I hope they spitting your food for that, bro.
We're on the campus of Butler University, man. We got some food coming. We are actually watching we're watching the IU game. We're watching
Indiana.
IU.
Another Pepsi?
So hey, man, we're here, man. HHRS Radio Show. It's Moose, a.k.a. Big House, man. Moose, Yukon.
Moose, a.k.a. Dr.
Moose.
I House.
We're not talking about that, man. Don't worry
Why
about
not?
it.
It's part of the show.
Damn.
Hey, man, all
Did they
in,
kill an
man.
ostrich for your wings?
I'm all in, man. It does look pretty amazing. Can I get that? Can I have that?
We got all three.
All right. Hey, guys, we're here. I tell you what, to my right, man, the star of the show, man, the one, the only ALGZ Mbaku. What's up?
That was good, man. I got. When it comes to bruising reviews and tell you why your man, son. Man.
You ready?
It's a rant weekend for me.
You saw a lot of movies and stuff. This is busy.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies.
Yeah, and rants about movies.
Oh
I
my
saw
God.
it.
We'll get to that.
I didn't see the movie. I saw the
Hey, man, I'll tell you what, to his right, man, is, that smooth voice of the show, man, DJ Long Green, otherwise known as D-Lo.
What is
D-Lo on the show. You all right?
Man, I am great, man. Lots to talk about tonight. I think this will be a fun show, man.
Yes.
It's pretty entertaining topics, man. Got my own brewing review to do. So I'm pumped, man.
Outstanding. Hey, man, we got the latest show. Jump in here, folks. The one, the only run. ELC.
Hi, guys. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Favorite day of the week.
What you gonna talk about?
All the things.
Ugh. What does that mean?
That means she has no news.
No, I will have plenty when it comes to my turn. I don't want to spoil the surprises yet.
Hey, folks, I tell you, man, HHRS Radio Show, man, we're live. Now, it was something cool, guys. So I believe D-Lo found this opportunity for us, man, and we actually went to a Q&A with wrestling legend,
Hall of Famer,
with wrestling Hall of Famer, man, Jake the Snake Roberts,
man.
All right, I'll tell you what,
we got
D-Lo.
damn picture for proof.
I know.
Yo, they're
The
restricting that
sign
thing.
said no pictures.
I mean, we got damn pictures.
Nothing.
Not a ticket
Nothing
stub.
says we were there.
Nothing said we was there.
We have virtual ticket stubs.
All right, so
Nah.
D-Lo, if you want to give us a little talk about it, and Jeezy, I'm sure you got something to say.
And listen, it was amazing, and I definitely want to shout out the homie Run EMC for making this happen. The follow through on this was great. Jake the Snake Roberts, WWF wrestling legend.
Did he call you a sick bastard too?
He called me a lying
A
motherfucker.
lying motherfucker.
No, it's
Yeah.
close. Pineapples. Sorry,
Like
everyone.
they people live for that.
Dang.
Oh man, I was pumped. Jake the Snake Roberts called me a lying motherfucker pineapples. I mean,
And included you on one of his bits.
which was great, man. I mean, this was priceless. For somebody who was such a big wrestling fan in the 80s, I mean, just to have that moment, and the fact that Jake the Snake Roberts has had the kind of career, life, I mean, just from the highest highs
He's an icon.
to the crash and burn. I mean, he's literally an icon, and it was just awesome being in the building. The stories he told were incredibly wild. A lot of drugs. I mean, it's kind of what I pictured in the 80s for wrestling stars.
Yeah, especially
Sex,
in the 80s.
drugs, and rock and roll.
That's exactly what it was.
And they had it all.
But like me coming up, I mean, Jake the Snake was more my what you doing, dummy?
Hey, man.
Yeah. Jake the Snake, he had 2 bags for 2 minutes, and all of a sudden he Riddick Bowe. hey.
Yo, Moose aka Big House has been on his creed.
Oh, his creed. He's so motivated.
Go, man.
All right,
laughing
Adonis.
the whole time.
All right, Adonis. But yeah, man, I mean, it's kind of what I envision, man. Like I say, great storytelling, man. Oh, the food's here. Yeah, we're going to be.
I keep on.
Chocolate fries.
I mean, so it was a good time. I mean, in the age that we are in, a lot of locker room
Sweet
conversation.
Yes.
Jake the Snake Roberts provided.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey guys, man, we're here at we're at Scotty's and
Brewhouse.
at Scotty's Brewhouse
I
in
feel so weird not having something to yell.
in
Campus of Butler
the
University.
campus of Butler. Yeah, so I mean, apologies, we just got our food and
Yeah,
stuff.
so it'll be a little smacking.
And
You guys all right?
and I am impressed by the size of these wraps I'm seeing before me.
Yeah, they're not very big, but it's cool though. I got some wings coming too. All right, well, so finish tell us about Jake the Snake. By the way, Zero Brews some moose.
Yeah, absolutely zero brews, man.
I would wholeheartedly disagree.
I
And,
mean,
and you know what's funny? We actually asked questions. Like me and Moose actually had some questions that
Yeah.
answered by the
And
Jake the
D-Lo
Snake.
got called out.
yeah, I don't necessarily want to talk about that subject. However, I was thoroughly impressed by the practical jokes part of the program, where he talked
Yeah.
about the wrestlers and some of the practical jokes they played on each other. He had a phenomenal story about the wrestler valet, Mr. Fuji, on an airplane,
Yes.
and the stunts he used to pull when people would fall asleep on the plane, man. So I'm sure we will talk about that.
I particularly like the one with when Moose asked a question about Dick the Butcher. I mean Dick the
Bruiser.
Bruiser. Tell me how you got on the buses and start smacking,
Slapping all the Japanese wrestlers and all that.
talking all kind of craziness. No problem.
Now, hey, I will tell you though, you know, being from Indianapolis, man, Dick the Bruiser, Dick the Bruiser lived near my neighborhood, by the way. You know, so yeah, growing up, you would see him, you know, at the grocery store and all that kind of stuff. And even after his daughter got married, and then remember the Young Lions? You guys probably remember that. So this I don't know. And Moose is a man of a certain age, so I'm a little older than the rest of the guys, but and the lady, but they all live near us. And so when you would see like Bobo Brazil,
Okay.
and you know, Dick the Bruiser and all them, man, like they were close, like, you know, they were in our vicinity, and that's really when I became a wrestling fan. Actually, Moose, by the way, I don't know if you guys do or not, comes from Yukon Moose Cholak, which was a famous wrestler here in the Midwest as well. So, you know, I mean, you know, so like it's for sure real when we talk about how much of fans we are for wrestling.
And Jake looking, but first of all, Jake looked good, man.
Was that?
He looked good,
For
man.
60 plus, and given the
Everything okay, guys?
yes,
Yep,
thank you.
Thank you.
And given the ups and downs of Jake the Snake Roberts' career post wrestling, you know, it was awesome to see him up there on the stage in his 60s, being able to deliver great stories. I was impressed, man. Like I said, it was very nostalgic for me, and certainly one of my highlights of 2018.
So how did you find the fact that he was coming here?
Social media, man. I saw Instagram, and it looks like Jake the Snake paid for a little bit of paid advertising, so I got the hit, sent the message to the group, and, well, the rest is history.
Okay. All right, guys. Heavy's radio show. Hey, man, the news is crazy right now. I don't know if you guys saw or not where some of those folks got to the border and the United States is firing tear gas at them and doing all kind of goofy stuff. Now, do you guys have a thought about that or no?
I mean, my thing is, I'm really curious as far as how the United States sorts this out. Certainly it's not what you want to see, but if you've got the military on the border and you've authorized force if necessary, I think tear gas is the lesser of the evils that we could have committed. So it's wrong. However, because constitutionally, foreigners are allowed to seek asylum in America and go through that process, I'm really kind of curious to see how it plays out in terms of how they plan to let these people file paperwork to come into the United States and what that whole process will be like, being that they're tear gassing them and trying to keep them from crossing the border. And the president is also talking about shutting the border down across the board. So I don't quite know how this is going to play out, man. What are your thoughts?
Well, as far as I look at it, I mean, the optics of it is bad. As far as like seeing the tear gas, seeing, obviously the women and children and everybody being, hit up with gas. However, it's illegal to come in the country illegally. You have to set rules. And the thing is, I think it's something that he said that makes sense. He was like, these rules been in place since Bush and Obama. They all have the rules about the border. He's just the only one enforcing those rules that they put in place. He didn't come up with something new. These are the rules that was already there. He just said, you know what? I'll be the one to enforce it. So, to me, living in Indiana, I can care less about the border because that's not an Indiana issue. I think we talked about it before. But, rules are rules. I mean, you can't, you just can't come into the country illegally. So,
but my
it
thing
sucks.
is, how do you determine the process for these people filing for asylum, given what's going on in their home country?
That's a good question, D-Lo.
That's
because
yes,
you have to apply for asylum if the fear of returning to your home country, and if you have fear of returning to your home country and the residency is better in the country you're in. So you have to submit that application, and then it goes through all of the hoops, if you will. And so it could take a really long time. So I'm not sure. Most people that apply for asylum and are approved have been in the United States and have stayed past their visa time or whatever that might be. So I guess I don't understand why is that okay, but coming into the country to escape horrible conditions is not okay.
Well, let's be clear too. These are not Mexicans. These are South Americans coming from like Colombia, Honduras. I mean, so a lot of people think these are Mexicans. Like, no, a lot of Mexicans cool where they cool.
They're coming in on the East Coast too, and it is not South American people. But those are not the people we're talking about, and that's not where we're putting a wall.
Well, the wall would never go up because I'm gonna tell you why the wall won't go up.
Tell us.
There's water over there.
Somebody need to check.
So you really think that we gonna give Mexico the water, that ocean? we gonna give up water to them? You can't put it in the middle of the water. So and it's not going on their border. So we're gonna put a wall on our side with all that water for transporting goods and services, and just eliminate that? Yeah, I don't think so. That's why that whole wall wasn't really thought out. You might be able to do an invisible fence.
So we're gonna put collars on everybody that's coming in?
I will say though, Cards Against Humanity had a whole campaign 2 years ago where if you bought a certain extended deck of cards, that money all went towards buying plots of land along where the wall was supposed to be built. So they own like these random plots of land so that the wall cannot be a solid wall. Well, shout out to Cards Against Humanity because they're hilarious, and I think that's funny.
That sounds good.
That's real?
Yeah.
No kidding.
However, those spots can be taken over by the government because it's called eminent domain. So it don't really matter. That wall going to regardless whether you bought it or not.
They'll just pay them and be done with it.
Be done with it. Or just put it on there and be like, fight me in court. I'm the government.
So my thing is, how are they going to get the funding for the wall? And Trump is also touting a deal with the Mexican government, whereas these people can wait inside of Mexico as opposed to coming into the United States while their asylum claims are being sorted through and determined. So if the big sale has been Mexico is going to pay for the wall, and now you've got to deal with the Mexican government allegedly indicating that the caravan gets to stay in Mexico as opposed to come to the United States. Well, what are the terms of the agreement, and is Mexico still going to pay for the wall?
You know what? I'm going to tell you right now, man. I saw where Mexico is not paying for the wall. And by the way, I mean, you guys realize that all the coastal countries are sinking. And here's the issue: because of global warming, which they finally realized that is real. So the polar ice caps are melting, and as you can see, guys, it used to be a time where a forest undergrowth was kind of damp from dew and all that, and now guess what it is? It's fodder for fire, and we've noticed that they've had the hottest forest fires in the history. If you watch some of the
California is like Armageddon.
It's on fire, and they're really not just in California, by the way. It's in New Mexico and Texas and some other places. All right, so guys, I mean, it's one of the things that, man, global warming is absolutely real. Is there some sort of fix? And by the way, can somebody look at heavy hitters and see what Gates is talking about?
Yeah, there is a fix.
Is there a fix? What's that? We stop driving cars?
No, the fix is eliminate some of this population.
How so?
It's already happening, by the way. I mean that's why the study came out. I hope you guys don't listen and I'll stop talking. With global warming, the population will decrease by about 14% or so, every year, and it'll of course increase until it balances out. I mean, we understand that that's kind of what happened.
You should have went for the head.
Anyway, go.
Some of y'all get it. Some of y'all don't.
Yes.
What do you guys think about that?
Shout out to Stan Lee. Hey, but
R.I.P.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's you watch all these shows and everything they talk about. It's too many people on Earth. I mean, it wasn't meant to sustain this many people. So you got to do something. So, I think it has to be a mass exodus. We'll have to figure out how to neutralize it. Because, I mean, at some point, we're already past the point of no return. Like, it's already too far gone to get that ozone layer back the way it's supposed to be. So, I think it's a situation where, I mean, we got to turn some things around, man. But I think as a whole, as a culture, we're not willing to do it because we got too many luxuries, man, that we like, especially in America, man.
All right, so you guys realize so recently, like yesterday, we landed something on Mars. It takes about 6 months or so to get there at this point, and they landed and it was cool and all that. I mean, so are we gonna do Heavy Hitters Mars in about 2.5 years? I mean, you guys want to be the first ones to. You know what? We can be the first podcast on Mars.
There you go.
We've never been known as the type of people who are colonizers, so I don't think we'll be on that first wave.
Right.
Yes.
Well, and also,
so we're gonna sit and run then.
I'll go.
Also, we gotta solve the issue of the radiation belt. So once we gotta solve that issue first.
What is that?
The radiation belt that surrounds the planet Earth. That nothing is no human is allowed to cross it.
You want to know there,
Allowed to cross it. That's why we never been to the moon, because there's a radiation.
We have been to the moon.
There's a radiation belt that you cannot cross through as a human being. You cannot cross through it.
We've been to the moon.
You think the Earth is flat and we haven't been to the moon, but you believe in the radiation belt. That's the one thing that you believe is tried and true.
You can look up the radiation. That's actual science. All right, the flat Earth stuff is just a theory. The radiation belt is actual fact that you can run that news and look it up, and you will see there's a radiation belt that surrounds the Earth.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just shocked that that's the one piece of information you believe.
No, there's a radiation belt. We haven't been to the moon, man. So,
moving on.
But but by the global, I mean, I just feel like by the time it comes to a real ugly head, we all be long gone at this table. Now maybe our kids will suffer some of the things mistakes we made today, but
All right, folks. Man, Heavy Hitters Radio Show, man. We got to get into D-Lo.
Going back to immigration, Big Gates states he doesn't get it. How can you give rules for a country that wasn't yours in the beginning?
But it is now. Let's start with it wasn't.
Let me finish his comments. We all got here illegally. Just give them a Social Security number and make them pay taxes like the rest of us.
I'm gonna say this: can we start with how we got the country That was like 9,000 years ago. Like, we bringing up old stuff. It's the country with it's the root. No matter how you got it, it's the same way how you probably saw Set It Off on a bootleg. No matter how you saw it, but you saw it. Whether you paid for it or not, you saw the movie. So no matter how the country was obtained, be it illegal or legally, is the way it is now. So we need to stop bringing up old stuff. What we did to the Indians. The Indians had it. They weren't doing a whole lot with it.
What's your point?
My point is, like, we need the rules are here now. The rules are in place, so we have to honor the rules. You can't just let people come
Yeah,
here.
but asylum is legal.
But you cannot just let people continue to come into the country. You can't do it. You can't, because because not only will it affect. I'm not saying for fear of crimes and criminals, but I'm saying there has to be a certain order. Without order, there's chaos, and you have to have order for things to operate the right way. If you just let anybody, if you just open the door and say, hey, everybody come in, then it'd be total chaos. And then now you don't know who you live in. Now, I'm not doing a fear tactic saying they're gonna blow up or be criminals. I'm not saying that, but you gotta have some type of checks and balances, man. You just can't let anybody in. But hell, we can't go there without checks and balances. We can't just like go back to Africa. I can't just get on the boat and go to Africa because I would have been gone. You know, Wakanda forever. But I can't just get on the plane. I can't just get and go somewhere.
I'm sorry, we gonna go to Wakanda?
Well, not Wakanda, but Kenya or South America.
All right, D-Lo, so what else we got?
Getting Dwight Howard.
Man, that's
Is there anything else from Big Gates? Anybody?
nah. That's all from Big Gates. So that's all for now.
All right, so man, I heard this and saw this where one of the guys from Wildin' Out, which is one of my favorite shows, was hanging out with Dwight Howard. What team is he with now?
The Washington
Wizards. Washington Wizards.
Yes.
And supposedly he's in same-sex relationships. What you guys got?
Yeah, man. I mean, which is wild. I mean, and certainly people have always wilding out. Now, I do want to clarify one thing. Now, the person who he was in the same-sex relationship with wasn't a cast member. He was somebody that was in the audience, and he said that they happened to make eye contact, which is what kind of led down the road to their relationship.
And not only that, man. Like, she screenshotted and screen video. I mean,
It's pretty weak. I mean,
that's weak. I don't care. I mean, if you gay, straight, whatever, that whole screenshot. That's a weak move, man. Like, you sitting here having conversations that you think it's in confidence. You know what I'm saying? The whole time you plotting on, like, well, if you turn on me, I'm gonna make sure this get out. Like, that's weak, dude. Like,
hey, man,
come on, man.
Big Gay says Dwight is too big to be gay.
No, you know.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You know what I mean? Like, that whole move is kind of weak, man. I'm just anti.
I mean, there's a lot of layers to this thing. I mean,
whether he's gay or not, it's none of my back. I can
right?
really,
It's really his business.
It's his business. You know what I'm saying? He liking up the booty. That's on him.
Yeah, I mean, but it's interesting.
It's very interesting for sure.
Especially, I guess, coming from the masculine frame of mind and the era that I grew up in, just thinking that you could have somebody 6'11" and
it's a bunch of them.
They prefer to be
it's a bunch of
the person not in control.
It's a bunch of them, man. But you look at the way
it's all hard to wrap your mind around. But you know, it's the NBA, it's professional sports. You know, I'm sure for decades and as long as professional sports have been around, there have been gays in the locker room. But it's 2018 in the era of social media, and certainly it's much harder to hide and to keep under wraps in today's world as it was previously.
Yeah, I just think that, you know, I mean, Dwight Howard's not a big enough star where I think people care.
Let me ask you this. I was saying, do we care?
You see him? Yeah.
You know what, man?
I think it's more juicy details.
I care what Shaq has to say about it because he was on Dwight Howard's top for years. The whole Superman thing.
I know, right?
Shaq was on Dwight Howard's top for years as far as being a solid
You gotta be careful
player.
what you say, man. We're on a show. He was on his head. He was talking about him. He was complaining about him. What were you saying?
He was on his top. I don't think this pineapple's required there.
He was on. Shaq was on.
Pause.
It's definitely a pause.
He wasn't topping him, but Shaq was on Dwight Howard's top.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Explain that. What do you mean by that?
It means he was on his case. It means it was on his head. Always giving him a hard time, which I guess you don't
Did Shaq come out and say
necessarily want to say that he was giving Dwight Howard a hard time.
No,
anymore.
you know, well, not hard time you can say, but not top or head. No, unfortunately, you know, and that's the messed up part. Is unfortunately, you say that and people start thinking something totally different.
We all, man, my ears perked when I heard he said Shaq was giving him top.
I don't think I said Shaq was giving Dwight Howard top.
He was on his top. But anyway, all right, we digress. Continue. But yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily care, because I mean, ultimately, it's what you do in your bedroom. You know what I mean? But I think it's funny that the details of the story, how they just got out. You know, and it's only it's been 2 days now.
Saturday. This is past Saturday.
I heard when I heard was old boy was like, well, Dwight, I did this to you, and Dwight, I did this to you, and Dwight, I did that to you. And any kind of phone conversation, you know, when the person, you know, like in this case, the guy kept saying Dwight's name, kept saying what he was doing. Dwight, I did this. Dwight, I did this. Dwight.
Dwight got quiet.
And then when Dwight talked, he was like, man, I don't remember none of that.
Yeah. Kind of evasive responses.
Yeah, because I know I'm being set up. I ain't stupid.
I'm being set up.
Yeah,
Because every other time we've been talking, it was,
we talking like the hey.
honey, I've been me and you, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. And all of a sudden, you saying my name and all this stuff.
Moose, a.k.a. Big House. Remember that when we did this?
Right.
And you're asking very specific questions. Does your family know that you like to have relationships with men and transgenders?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that had to feel very awkward.
My point is, what's the end game? Like, are you trying to get paid?
Love and hip
trying to
hop.
extort him.
Love and hip hop.
Are you trying to get a story?
Dwight Howard has already had one baby mama on Love and Hip Hop. You can't tell me that the offers aren't going to fly in for this guy that he's been dealing with
Man,
to appear.
Can you
on
guys
reality
imagine a reality TV show where it's all gay dudes that been with basketball players? If we were smart,
we would jump on that.
we would start looking for them. Yeah.
Jesus would jump on that.
Listen to what I'm saying. If we were smart, we would start looking for those gentlemen and getting
Email
them.
us at independentradio.com. At gmail.com.
If you've been with a basketball player,
Please.
And basketball players, please don't get me wrong, we love y'all.
No, but we need that money. We need that bread.
We love y'all. We basketball players, sports guys, we love y'all. But if you are a gay man and you've been with some sort of basketball or football or
Inbox is a heavy hitters
baseball
radio
star,
show.
man, hit us. Well, you can hit us on Instagram. Or you can hit us up. Where else can you hit us
As
up?
the truth is funny.
Yeah, slide them DMs with your stories, man. We'll definitely put it out there.
Slide in our DMs on Instagram. You can also hit us up on Heavy Hitters Radio Show.
Yes.
At gmail.com. By the way, shout out to comedian Shang, man. He sent us a message, you know. So I sent him back, and I'm like, yo, man, here's our information. The next time you're in Indianapolis, you know, hit us up. And by the way, we still need to schedule a comedian show. And you know, and I don't even know if it's a comedy anymore. I don't know if it's cold comedy because of the weather. It's a heavy hitters cold comedy show. You know what I mean?
You can warm up with those $5 heavy hitted margaritas, though.
Man,
Damn.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, so guys, Heavy Hitters Radio Show. All right, where else can you hit us up, Ron?
We're also on Facebook at Heavy Hitters Radio Show, and we're on Twitter. I don't want to do this part.
At Heavy
Underscore.
Hitters.
Underscore. Also, if you are looking to listen to us, you can listen live on Spreaker.com, or you can find us anywhere that you get your podcasts. You can also just search Heavy Hitters on Google, and we'll be top 3 at least.
Outstanding, man. Heavy Hitters. Hey, I tell you what, Ron, you got any news for us?
Yes. Yes, we have the Kardashians, Lindsay Lohan,
No, who?
John Cena.
Why don't we always talk about the Kardashians? I don't understand that.
Because we already talked about all of the other gossip.
Anyway, all right, go ahead.
Tristan Thompson's part of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I bet.
Yo, Cardi B is tied in
My
to the Kardashians.
What happened?
Cardi B is tied in to the Kardashians.
All right,
Kris
go.
Jenner's her manager, man. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
All right, so
They might run the world and we just don't know it, which is kind of scary.
All right, go.
So the new season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians recently started, and Khloe had her baby. And so on the show, she was talking all kind of mad smack about Tristan because that was when he was caught cheating with someone else, blah, blah, blah.
But why was it considered cheating when she got him from another woman? Like,
She did get him from another pregnant woman. That is true.
So what is that? What does she expect?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Anyway, you continue.
So now, of course, they're still together. So she's getting all kinds of backlash because of everything she said about him and the fact that they're still together. Which I just feel like people need to worry about themselves.
No. In that case, they can't worry about themselves because they're on TV. So you can't worry about yourself when your story is like in the public eye.
No,
So
the
wait,
people,
what'd
the
you
people
say,
that
like-
are talking to her,
You said so. Tristan, they're together.
Yep.
yes, they're still together.
Will I bring the rest of your checks, guys?
Please, thank you.
All right, so
They're still together.
okay.
And
Well,
so, but
No,
the
then
show
he-
just
but-
aired like
But
a week and a half
he has
ago.
another woman pregnant already.
He did when he met Khloe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And she took him from that chick.
Correct.
So you reap what you sow. Plus he's an NBA player. So what do you expect? He's bred it up. So getting chicks
Yes.
is not a tough task.
Chloe's oldest sister, Kim. No, maybe she's the middle one. I don't even know. She says that she was high on ecstasy when she did her sex tape and when she got married the first time.
She was not high on ecstasy.
Well, that's what she's now claiming.
To the guy that played for the Nets. Is that Chris Humphries?
Yeah.
She
She
said
was on
She was married before that. She got married when she was really young, before she was famous and before she was
Really?
like Kim Kardashian.
Okay.
So
Yes.
she was.
She's always been Kim Kardashian.
I know, but now she's Kim Kardashian. Like before that, nobody knew who she was.
No, she didn't say
She
she's
was-
Kim K.
She was an ugly little girl before all
I
of
would
her
never call her
plastic
ugly.
She ain't never
surgery.
been ugly.
Okay.
No, she's never been ugly. I mean, we can all agree to
Yeah,
that.
we all agree she's never been ugly. Hey, our Heavy's radio show, man. You got some news. Run that news. What's next?
I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
you. We're gonna get to the bruising reviews real quick too.
Yep, I'll be fast. So, Lindsay Lohan is depressed now because of how she looked in a movie when I was a child. Because, do you guys remember She's the Man, where she pretended to be her brother to play soccer?
Yeah.
So, like, she had to dress up as a dude. So, she thought she was an ugly dude. And so now she's depressed about it. I'm not sure why that's happening now.
Because she's a woman. That's what happened.
John Cena and Nikki Bella are not back together, even though all the pictures make it look like they are.
Yeah.
So that's their most recent claim.
So John Cena's not getting married to a girl?
No, they've been
It's
broken
messed
up
up,
for a
man.
while.
'Cause he's like on he's on
His
like
hair is-
NBC in the morning.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You be in a Bumblebee movie. His hair is a mess right now.
His hair is a mess. He says he's doing it for some role he's
Yeah,
playing,
his hair.
but it looks horrible.
It looks horrible. That hair do
It's
got to
awful.
go.
All right, so is John Cena gonna? I mean, like,
He's not the Rock.
what?
No.
He's trying to be, but he's not.
So
he don't have the
he's not.
charisma.
He's not. He doesn't have the charisma that The Rock.
No.
I mean, he'll get roles. Don't get me wrong. He'll get roles and everything, but he's not. He don't have the. I mean, he don't even have the charisma of Dave Bautista.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, he don't-
What?
Yeah.
Batista does not have charisma like that.
As Drax,
Thank you.
like Bautista is. Bautista might be better. Might have to do, is a better actor than The Rock. In all fairness, man, Bautista's a better actor. Straight up. But continue. We'll get the bruising reviews.
I don't know who you're talking about. We can move into Bruiser reviews.
All right,
man.
all right. So that's the news run.
Yes.
All right.
All right. So hey, man, I mean, you know, I tell you what, Heavy hitter shout out to John Cena, man. You know, if your woman's not with you, you're still John Cena.
Yeah, you're not losing.
Yeah,
At the end of the day. I'm getting bruising reviews. I saw
What's
some.
bruising reviews? What's that
Go
mean?
ahead and tell me what it is, bro.
Bruiser Reviews is the heavy hitters rating system. It is a reverse rating system, so the more bruise that it takes you to get through something, the worse that it is.
Yeah, I'm drinking right now from Widows.
Jeezy's loading up on Pepsi in preparation of this Bruiser Reviews. That's how bad it is.
Yes. So,
Can I have a box, please?
real quick, I saw 3 things over the past since we last done this. Real quick, if you got Amazon Prime, watch Jack Ryan. Great show, Zero Bruise. Look at that real quick. That's my quick synopsis. Creed.
Great.
Creed 2.
Yeah, let's hear about it.
Creed 2, I thought was a good movie. Wasn't great. I won't see it again. I mean, it was okay. Like I said before, I thought the score was kind of off. You know,
it wasn't bad though.
it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great.
I have not seen the movie, but I was with one of my business partners or something, and he was playing the
The soundtrack. No, don't get me wrong.
he's playing the soundtrack.
The soundtrack is good.
It wasn't my business partner. It was my cousin. It was on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, what I mean by the score is like the music, the theatrical music that makes you kind of like we hear Avengers that dun, 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 it kind of makes you like yeah, or Rocket dun, 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 like you in them like you in there. Creed had moments where you're supposed to have that feeling and that music's supposed to hit you and give you that feeling. Yeah, it came away short. It was like, man, I'm not feeling that. Not to mention that Creed, that Adonis Creed was a biatch. There's a bunch of crying. Adonis in the movie, he's a bunch of crying, a bunch of biatch shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. So anyway, but overall, I give about 3 brews. Overall. So 3 brews is good. Not great. This is good. It's not bad. It's good.
Okay.
To me, 3 brews on the slow.
Like 2.5
in the middle. Yeah.
2.5. That's what I'm saying. It's like 2.5. I mean, it's not great, but it's good. I mean, you'll see it. You'll enjoy it. You'll go home and kind of wash your car and go about the rest of your day. Like you won't be like, oh my God, you gotta go sit.
Didn't have like major impact.
No,
or anything appealing that makes you say,
well, I gotta see it again. You gotta see it. I mean, you'll see it. You be like, man, that's a good movie.
Okay, as far as the boxing effects,
great, that's great. But the music though, you know what I mean? 'Cause, I mean, obviously the boxing, the fighting is real. You like, oh man, boxing was always get you. But it's that theatrical, like you want him to come back. You want him to get up. You want him, the music. There's somebody in the background say, "Get up, rock!" When you get all that kind of stuff. Like you want that feeling, and you just don't. You waiting for it because you want it, but it just don't hit you. You know what I'm saying? Like when Rocky, when you saw Creed getting beat up, and you hear him say, "Throw in that towel," and he holding the towel. Like you and them all like, "Oh my God, throw the towel!" And you see the slow motion, you know he gonna die. Like you just feel it. In this movie, you like. No, I don't really feel nothing. Like I'm here.
All right, that's enough.
All right, so Widows now.
And so you gave it. All right, so you gave it.
Widows. Oh my God,
is that the one where
it's a real shit
show? Viola Davis in it.
Yeah, it's a female. Now see the real girl. I don't want to get on female-led movies because I love Ocean 8, which was a female-led.
Did you like that?
I like Ocean's 8.
You didn't talk about that.
We did talk about that when it came out.
Maybe more than once.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was an excellent. Matter of fact,
I need to see that. I never saw it.
It is. I'm sorry. It is.
No.
It is actually.
Where you from? Ireland. Oh, okay.
No, it's not
necessarily, but we know it down.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, man, we got our waitress right here, and she's here at the Butler. Where we at?
Scotty's Brew House.
With the Butler Scotty's Brew House. And she's from Ireland. So I bet when what's the boy that was fighting? When Conor McGregor was fighting, she was for him and we were for everybody else against him. And so far we won all of them.
Who's we?
I don't know. This us, the Heavy Hitters Radio Show.
Yeah, we wanted Mayweather for sure.
We wanted Mayweather in that fight. Did you watch that?
You was with
so are you a student here at Butler? And you came? Are you from? Like you came from Ireland to Butler?
Yeah.
What are you studying?
Accounting.
So she don't do books for the.
So from Ireland.
Oh, you don't do books for the Russian mob?
How did you?
For the Irish mob? You don't do books.
How did you choose Butler all the way from Ireland?
Yeah, see, she know Whitey Bulger.
My grandaunt babysat his kids.
Get out of here.
That's my claim to fame.
What'd she say?
There you go.
And
Grandma,
Whitey Bulger's kid.
What?
Yes. We're in the presence of royalty.
We're in the presence of gangster royalty.
Yes.
And folks, if you saw her, she's getting away every time. Is she a gangster? No, she's not a gangster.
No.
She's like, hey, how you doing? Eat my Lucky Charms.
They never think so.
She's not a killer, but don't push her.
Right.
I'm gonna gut you like a fish.
Right. Outstanding, man. So I tell you what, man. And by the way, team, the Scotties here at Butler University is awesome.
Oh yeah, great atmosphere.
I'm gonna
So
say
you
right
like,
now.
I got a question for this. So you like men in skirts?
No, I'm Irish, not Scottish.
Oh, my bad. He said Scotties, and it made me think of Scotland. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they don't. Everybody doesn't wear skirts, man.
It's a
Or
kilt.
They're called kilts.
People in
It's a
Ireland
skirt.
do not wear skirts. That is called
Do you also
cross-dressing.
love big BMs?
Shit, that's called
I like
cross-dressing.
her.
Yes.
So hey, look, you
She
have
already most Americans.
can you imagine this? Can you have all the goofy stuff like this is so funny, like totally off the. So like an Italian job, do they always drive those cars in your country?
She's like, no, that's
Wait, what?
She's like, what are you talking about?
that's Italian. That's Italy,
Exactly.
not
Oh, the
Scotland.
I don't
little
know.
tiny cars.
Yes.
My car is like, it's not like really small, but all my brothers mock me about it because
It's small.
it's small, but I can fit into like every parking space. So
Exactly.
I'm like,
Her accent is amazing.
It's efficient.
yeah.
Do we have accents to you?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, but I feel like we're more used to yours.
We're closer, aren't we?
On American TV and everything.
Scottish.
Do you speak?
Irish.
Irish.
Do I speak Irish?
We're at Scotty.
All right, so let
Do
me
you
ask you
speak
this.
Ebonics?
All right, so let me ask you
Do I
this.
speak what?
Great.
Ebonics.
You don't know what
Great.
Ebonics
So
is.
if I say, yo, it's mad cold in here, son.
Oh yeah, like I understand you.
See it? See, hey,
What is that called?
it's Ebonics.
It's called
Ebonics.
Is that
jive.
a language?
It's called
Yeah.
jive.
It is
It is
a
a
language.
Ebonics.
It's called black mouth.
Yeah. Like Iggsy.
Blackmouth.
Like
Yeah.
Iggsy.
Yeah, black mouth. We have black mouth.
I know.
We
She don't
for
have
sure,
black mouth.
we for sure is
I don't
something
have
from
black
Black Mouth. And
Like,
so
black
you,
people have their
you,
own
you remember
language.
Iggsy on what was that show? They were you know what's the name? They were undercover guys, and they were
Bad Boys too.
no.
Every black movie is Bad
It
Boys.
was Iggsy, and it was they had the dog.
Oh,
and,
Iggsy.
Scooby Doo.
no,
Iggsy.
Galahad and
Iggsy. I can't. Oh my
no,
god.
what you brought me the video.
This
Oh,
sounds
my
like
God.
a Vernon Shirley.
Oh,
The
Kings.
The Kingsmen.
They're from
Kingsmen.
England. They're not.
Oh, they're from England.
Not Irish. She's from
we're
Ireland.
still.
Isn't this amazing? Isn't this amazing? It's just like this.
Very
Like
different.
we are totally doing everything to her that we always happens all
Well,
over.
I'm sure when we go over to their country.
So let me ask you
We're
this:
the
Do you
same
know?
way.
Do you know old boy from Ireland?
McGregor or
Yes.
Do I know him?
Yeah.
I mean, not personally. I think he's a bit of a villain, to be honest.
A villain?
A what?
That's the cool
A
thing about it.
villain?
A villain? What's
Please,
that?
please
Oh,
enlighten.
like an asshole.
Yes, Bellins. I'm gonna use that.
Villain.
Gotcha.
That's
From now on, it's
every day.
Bellend.
Bellin. With a
Bellins.
B.
Bellend, yeah.
He's a
Bellin.
Bellins.
He's a Bellin.
A bloody Bellins.
You're not bloody.
No,
she
that's
didn't say
still not
bloody.
Irish.
That's
When you say bloody, I'll say bloody, right?
No.
They get the bloody, get the bloody car.
And we've never ever used top of the morning.
there you go. What about Cheerio?
No.
That's
No,
not
it's
Ireland.
That's
No,
Irish.
wait.
We actually, sorry, what did you call that black language again?
Ebonics.
Ebonics.
So we have our own as well. It's kind of like a slang language.
Yeah.
So, fiend is a good-looking boy.
Fiend. All
Fiend, like what a fiend.
right.
Holy
What
smoke.
about a
I
girl?
thought
What
you were gonna
about
write all of these
what about a
down.
girl? What about a girl?
Bure.
A Bure.
What a bure.
Look at that Bure.
Yeah.
Look at that
It
Bure.
don't roll right for me. Pure.
What a bure.
You know, it's gonna be tough for him because we suffer from black
Yeah,
mouth
the bees get some.
and speaking
Yeah,
speaking Irish Ebonics. Do you call it
Pure.
Ebonics if it's Irish?
We said a Bellins is a.
Bellend, that's not really Ebonics, it's just a word.
Teach us some cuss words. I want to know some cuss words.
How
How do you say shit in Irish?
Pineapples.
Was it shit? Is it just shit?
like in the Irish language, I'm not sure. Poke Mahone is kiss my ass.
Poke my hole. Oh yeah.
I told everyone here that meant hi, how are you? So I recorded everyone saying it like just,
Pokes my hole. I'm using that.
Poke Mahone.
Poke my hole.
Can I get a video of you saying it?
It's like you saying poke my hole.
Nature.
Stop it.
Poke
I need
my
to
home.
It's like Dwight. It's like Dwight Howard.
It's too funny.
Yeah, poke my homes.
No.
Poke
Not Mahomes.
Mahone.
Poke my homes.
That is
It's no S.
It's no, but I got black mouth.
Yo,
I mean-
Poke Mahone.
Poke my homes.
That's hilarious.
wrong.
That's a quarterback.
That's
I know
hilarious.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, no, poke Mahone is like kiss my ass. Bucklat.
That's like butt clot.
Bucklat is
Bucklat.
fuck off.
What's it again?
That's more like
Bucklat.
Boat class.
Bucklat.
Bocalat. Oh, Bocalat.
Bocalat.
Hey, folks, Heavy Radio Show, and we were totally cussing in the Irish language.
You are.
And you know what's tripping me out? Like, I thought like they spoke real close to the same
English,
language as
yeah.
us.
Oh no,
but
sorry,
it's
we speak English, but
the King's English.
Irish is like, it's just an obsolete language. We don't speak it at home. The only time we ever speak Irish is if we're in a foreign country and we don't want someone to understand us.
Wow.
That's hilarious.
Ain't that a
heavy.
bitch?
We just got to let
That's
in.
messed up. We can't go and be like Wakanda forever as far as speaking.
But no, we do. Hey man, what's going on? You know,
Yeah,
you
like, if you
man,
went
what's
to
going
Ireland
on?
and,
Yeah.
Like you said if you spoke to people in Irish, like they'd know what you're saying. They'd just be like, "What the fuck?"
But see, we go and be like, yo,
hilarious.
that's just like mad gravy, son.
They were like, "Well, I'm
What?
sorry. What did you say?"
Yeah.
Exactly.
What does
So
that
we
mean?
are
Mad gravy.
exactly.
Exactly.
So but you have to tell
I
them because
also don't know
Like,
yeah, you have to
and
tell them
something,
because
something's like mad good, like it says mad good is like the best.
so you know what
We
this
just had
like
Thanksgiving,
Mad
and like we
gravy.
really enjoy gravy in America. So if it's mad
I
gravy,
disagree.
oh, it's really good.
it's really good.
It's really
That's
good.
I tell you what,
hilarious.
meeting you, and talking to you and learning the language is gravy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Gravy.
Because
It's
now
Mad gravy.
All you say is
We-
Gucci.
Gucci, I know that one.
Yeah.
I'm sure you seen that one, right?
Yeah.
Gucci man, Gucci man. Yeah, we know
Yeah,
Gucci.
yeah.
All right. So I want to know the one. What was the last one you told us? Not. Is it Post Malone?
Post Mahone.
No, it's
Well,
not.
Poke Mahone. That's how you
Poke
remember.
Mahone.
Poke Mahone. And then there was another one you taught us too.
Bucklat.
Bucklas. And
And
what's
then
that?
you got Fiend and Bjorn. And obviously,
Fiend.
Fiend and
See,
Irish-
Fiend here is somebody with a needle in their arm.
I heard that, yeah, because
Yeah,
they was
yeah,
like,
we
oh,
don't-
Fiend. And then they were like, what?
Like, what? He a dope fiend? Like, he a dope fiend?
I'm attracted to fiends.
They're like, oh man, look, they're
And
like,
also, you know, dope at home is just weed. And here it's
weed.
crack, isn't it?
Yeah,
dope,
we
dope.
try not to call weed dope here.
dope.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, weed.
That's
They were
funny.
like, whoa. This little-
Well, no, I mean, not really. You can say because I this is Moose, folks, and I say a lot of things are dope. Like,
Yeah, but
man,
yeah,
you would
see,
say
dope
that was
Dope as
dope.
far as cool.
That's
But-
dope. That's
But you
dope.
don't say you smoke dope.
No, you can't smoke
No,
dope.
you don't smoke
That's what
dope.
my mother said.
But I was gonna say,
You smoke that dope. No, Mom, I don't smoke dope. I
Yeah.
just smoke weed.
right?
Yeah, well, people like totally took me the wrong way, and they were like, "Holy shit, you hardcore!"
Oh, shit, you want a fiend?
That's
They
hilarious.
immediately took it to 38th Street. You want a fiend? You go
That's
38.
hilarious, man. Hey, folks, I tell you, man, we came into Scotty's here in
Poke
Butler. In
Write a review
Butler.
about me. The Irish waitress taught us how to curse in Irish.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yes,
5
yes.
stars
and,
on Google.
Yeah.
and we for sure know how to cuss now in
Bumble
Irish.
Clark.
It's not. No, it's not. So
Mahone.
it's Post Malone. I can't never say it right.
It's Poke
Poke
Mahone.
I
Mahone.
just want to know, before you came to America, had you ever seen black people in Ireland that weren't professional athletes or in the military?
Well, that's a great question,
Say
D-Lo.
that again.
Before coming to America
Mm-hmm.
or in Ireland, had you ever seen people of African heritage that
Speak up.
weren't either in the military or professional
I'll
athletes?
tell you a funny story. I have a friend group. Yes, I have, by the way. So in my friend group, there's one black guy, and we call him Black Brian. Then
That's
Well, I'm
appropriate.
sorry. What'd you say?
We
You
call-
you called him Black Brian.
Yeah.
Right.
That's because
Oh,
he
wait.
suffers from blackmail.
But wait, there was a new guy, black guy came into the group. So Brian was like really offended because he was like, being black was my thing. What do I got now?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And we were like, now you're just Brian.
Then you immediately lost Black Brian and became
But yeah,
Brian.
no, my dad owns companies, and like I don't know, I grew up around every sort of emphasis.
So Ireland got
So
black
it
people?
doesn't matter. But okay, so here's our thing.
Why didn't you go to Ireland now?
Jeezy and I always talk about the fact that we don't believe there are truly black Irishmen because here in the United States we celebrate St. Patrick's Day.
You know, I am
Yeah.
13%
And
Irish.
they're like, oh, there's black. I'm a black Irish today. Blah blah. Are there truly black Irishmen?
If I'm being honest, I've never met any.
Not one.
Well, no, Brian is. Sorry, Black Brian.
I'm 13% according to what's it called? I'm 13%.
I know there is, and there's some black people in Ireland. Like,
There are black people in Ireland
yeah, loads.
that are Irish that talk like you.
Yeah, I have
They're
this
not.
guy
They're not
called.
African.
But they probably African. The boat had to stop somewhere.
No, I have friends, that have my accent.
Really?
That would be
Yeah.
so awesome to see a black dude speaking like that. You'd be like, wow.
Yeah, no, my
sisters
friend
would clown
Abe.
it.
Call Brian.
Well, first of all, we hear these
His
names.
name is Abe.
I'm Abraham.
No, he
Here
gets
these-
offended if you call him Abraham. You gotta call him Abe.
That's funny. Why?
I just doesn't like those.
This probably sound very Muslim.
All right, listen. We gotta get off the show. Hey, folks, HHRS Radio Show.
And they're a
man.
black Irishman.
Hey, you know what? So here's
What
what we
is
found.
this?
We're doing a podcast.
Well, we're doing a
Oh
podcast.
shit, this is so cool.
Yeah.
We normally have a whole setup.
Welcome to the Heavy Hitters Radio
Yeah, we Heavy
Show.
Hitter Radio
Independent
Show.
Radio.
The Heavy
Yeah, for
Hitters
sure.
radio show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't know I was on this. That's actually probably better.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Right.
Very candid. Hey, I tell you what, man, it's Moose at Big House, man. I tell you what, man, for our wonderful Irish hostess, a wonderful Irish hostess, man. We appreciate her.
What's her
Man.
name again?
Rona.
That's for real Irish.
For real
Like, she's
Irish.
for
No,
real
dude,
Irish.
that's not an Irish name.
But no,
I've
Rona's
never
not?
ever met another Rona in my
but it
life.
sounds like you would cuss somebody and they give them and put their tongue up through their neck.
She
For real.
like, whatever,
Right,
however you call somebody
it's
Irish.
a Whitey Bulger-esque name.
It's a very wide and bold dress name.
Yes.
What's your last name? I don't give you the last
I
name.
am fascinated by those mobsters.
See?
I can see that.
All right, so I tell you what,
You
man.
guys should read about this guy in Ireland. He's like the top dude in the drug world in Ireland. His name's Kinnigan. I don't know his first name.
Kinnigan.
Yeah, but he educated himself in prison, and now he runs the drug world in Australia, Ireland. He's fascinating.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kinnigan.
she
We
I'm
got
telling you, we don't see her on the
Kinnigan.
news.
He lives
Well,
in
we gotta come
Australia
see
now,
him.
I think.
We gotta come see her again.
Yeah, for sure.
Rona.
Rona asks for Rona.
That's for Rona.
Rona.
Guys, I only have 4 weeks left here, so you'd want to hurry up.
Where you going?
Back to Ireland.
Oh,
So you
wow.
done?
Well, some of my stuff are good.
I
Damn.
don't know. I'll see where the world
Damn,
takes me.
Trump done kicked you
I
out.
was going to say,
You gotta follow
here's
some
what
Instagram.
happens. You know what? Like you're a traveler, right?
Yeah.
You're not a real traveler. She is
She's
probably
a
a
real
traveler.
Oh, man, look at man. Don't be doubting my travel skills.
No,
man.
but yeah, you're going to like Tampa.
I'm
She's like
domestic.
leaving United-
I'm domestic.
She's leaving the United States and going back to Ireland, and she goes, "Oh, wherever the world takes me."
Wait a second. Don't downplay my homie here. He goes to Key West.
Okay, I get that.
Much
He gets
deserved
naked.
vacation.
He gets
No,
naked.
I don't know. I think I'd like to come back to the States.
There you go. She's not coming back.
Maybe
She's like,
Chicago, New York.
I was going to say, like, you
Bear
come back.
down.
Look, you like.
Chicago Bears.
People say, "Hey,
No, I
Rona,
like
you
that.
coming
See?
back to Indianapolis?" No,
No.
no, I did that. I'm not doing that anymore. Like I'm going somewhere else.
No, a bit quiet for me.
Hey, so I'll tell you, man, HHRS Radio Show, man. We're here. We're at Butler University. We're actually watching the IU
Get their ass whooped.
Duke game, and IU's getting smoked
Shout out
by
to Notre Dame
21
Fighting Irish.
points. Hey,
See?
so I'll tell you what, man.
Fighting
We're here.
See?
Hey, man, that
She gets it, man.
that voice you hear right now. That's the
we
star of
like
the
come up
show.
with the handshake?
The one, the only LGZ Mbaku.
Yes.
Did
We
we
also
become best
have.
friends?
We also have. I tell you what, we also have, man, that smooth voice, DJ Long Green, otherwise known as
D-Lo G.
D-Lo G.
Or books. And December is a busy month for me, so you'll be able to catch me rocking lots of places. So come out and support the guy.
Wakanda for life.
Yeah. Hey, man, we also have the lady of the show, man, Run.
EMC.
It makes me so happy. I just love it.
That's it.
Yep.
And the Kardashians are everywhere. That's what
They
you probably
are.
need to
Real
say.
quick, man, before we get out of here,
Hey,
man.
Rona, are you on
Yes, I am.
Instagram?
Don't go see.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta follow Heavy Hitters.
All right, what about you? Shout out your connection.
Bumba Claw.
You're on Instagram at
Rona_Gary.
Rona_Gary. All right, folks. I'll tell you what. You know what? We're gonna look her up. We'll follow her for sure. And if you guys want to pick it back off us, hey man. Hey, I tell you what. Moose is in the DMV here recently, man. And I went to a restaurant, and holy cow, man! It was delicious. It was called Fidel. It was called Fidel. It was actually in
Castro?
Falls Church, Virginia. I have more commercials. I'll post one of those other commercials tonight. But if you want to check out some really good Ethiopian food in the DMV, folks, man, check out Fidel in Falls Church, Virginia. Also, we got anything else, guys?
Yeah, real quick, man. If you're having sleep problems, man, go see Widows. You definitely will fall asleep.
Brews and Reviews,
Oh,
man. And you know what? I tell you what, man. Next week, or maybe even sooner than that, we will have our Mount Rushmore. And I tell you what, real quick, if you want to if you want to get a Mount Rushmore from Rona, let's get it real quick. I'll explain it to her, and you come up while I'm explaining to her. You come up with the topic. Are you ready?
All right.
All right, Rona. The Mount Rushmore is 4 of your favorite things. Now we will give you the topic. You just give us the first 4 of your favorite things. Are you ready? Here's your topic. Go.
My 4 favorite things.
Wait. Go.
Countries to visit.
Oh, France, Italy, Spain, and Portugal.
Damn, America didn't make the top 4. Son of a
France.
Nailed it.
Was it France, Italy,
Yes.
Spain,
Portugal.
and Portugal? All right. And then
What's the best place to party?
4 things. Go.
Ireland.
I gotta go.
4. Go. Ireland.
Partying?
Yeah.
Ireland, Barcelona,
Barcelona.
New York, and
Indianapolis, Indiana.
Fuck that.
yeah, land sharks, dude.
Boom. Look.
Second, I've got one.
Boom.
The best 4 Irish liquors.
Oh shit. Jameson, Dingle Gin, Cork Dry Gin, and Paddy.
I can vouch for Jameson. For sure.
And then I tell you what, and this is a freebie. Your 4 favorite things. Go.
Coffee, traveling. I did this yesterday, but what were my other 2?
Coffee,
Alcohol.
traveling, alcohol,
And fashion.
and fashion.
Turn up.
All right, folks. Hey, this Heavy Israel Show, Mr. Moose, Big House, man. For all the whole crew, man, we out. Remember, we are where you are.
To get comfortable.
Come on in.
Yeah, man.
Peace, man. We'll holler at y'all, man.